Now that I finally have your attention, I wish to show you that you are no better than those whom you denounce. Communism is just an ideology, no more corrupt than the one that you are a part of. Democracy may be more corrupt than the one that you have been terrified of for over 60 years. Both have used propaganda to anger the innocent civilians into hating each other, whom they believe are not equal to their government. Over time, each type of government has developed its own ways of indoctrinating its youth and adult populations. Still to this day, it is evident that everyone sitting here has been product of this indoctrination. Because those of you who voted for this legislation and those who grew out of this way of thinking all entered a glorified government. I have the desire that one day people will once again agree on policies rather than party. I hope for a future where there is thoughtful discussion rather than complete screaming matches escalated over nothing. I hope that one day there is a national understanding rather than a blind loyalty to politicians and political parties. Instead of aligning strictly with partisan lines, individuals will focus on the content of proposals rather than those in their party are voting for. In this hopeful future country, compromise and collaboration will rise again and replace the division and hostility prevalent today. I believe that by putting these principles before the ideals of a party, society can build a more united future for generations to come. The only hope left for us to return to this ideal agreement is to remove teaching only the bad of an ideology, where education focuses solely on the failures of a belief system. It creates a resentment towards people under that ideology, a misunderstanding of those whose culture is from a country under this ideology, and a division between neighbors who do not need to be constantly hating each other over their political leanings rather than the content of their character. We all must aim for a much more balanced approach to education, one that acknowledges both the weaknesses and strengths of all perspectives of an ideology. By doing this, the upcoming generations can foster critical thinking, empathy, and a willingness to find common ground with every person, no matter their political leanings. Imagine that you are in a school and being told that everything you believe is wrong because the government is scared of it. That is similar to a Supreme Court case over a protest with a piece of cloth. Tinker v. Des Moines was the case that allowed students to protest what they believe in with their clothing despite the fear of the school. They were protesting the Vietnam War, which the U.S. joined to stop the country from going completely communist. Like I said, you've all been going after communism for over 60 years. The fact that these teenagers had to go to the Supreme Court to fight for their First Amendment rights, that their school was trying to take away because the school believed it was disruptive. If you want more information on this case, you can go to the website Legal Information Institute, powered by Cornell Law. The only way for the next generation to truly believe in this country is to allow them to think for themselves and not the thoughts of those in authority. True patriotism and faith in a nation are not built on blind loyalty or forced allegiance. However, are through a person's individual opinions and personal devotion. When the younger generation is encouraged to ask questions and challenge ideas, they form their own beliefs and can develop a deeper connection with their country's values and principles. If that curiosity is silenced, we risk an entire generation feeling disconnected and resentful towards those who raised them and the country that betrayed them. Thank you.